Also with us are the members of the LGU of Baguio City, mga taga-Negros, Mr. President, Tourism and City Mayor's Office headed by Mayor Marina Javellana Yao, together with the members of the City Council. They're here with us today. Mayor. We also have with us from Isabela, Negros Occidental, Mayor Miguel Angelo G. Yulo is with us as well. Brother of Jamie. Brother of my EA, Jamie. And we have with us also guests of Senator Villanueva, leaders from the Body of Christ is here with us today, Mr. President, on this side. Guests of Senator Bato de la Rosa, we have with us today Mayor Kaina Polinga and Vice Mayor Christopher San Gabriel of Municipality of Siruma, Camarines Sur. Manhay na hapon, ma'am. And together with Mayor Duan Ladaga and Vice Mayor Richard Tan of Loreto, Dinagat Islands. Also guests of Senator Risa Ontiveros, we have Mayor Grace Arceo and Vice Mayor Jose Nadi Arceo of Hinigaran, Negros Occidental, also my kababayan from Negros Occidental. Mayor Charlie Buhisan as well, these are guests of Senator Mamakino, Mayor Charlie Buhisan of Magsaysay, Misamis Oriental, mayang hapon. Guest of Senator Go is Vice Mayor Marilyn Arbison of Luok Sulu, together with the other officials of Luok Sulu is here with us as well. And we have also senior high school students of Mater Ecclesiae School of Laguna. Ecclesiae School of Laguna. These are all our guests, Mr. President, with us today.
We would like to welcome all our guests to the Senate this afternoon. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, before we take up the approval or adoption of resolutions, may we recognize a distinguished colleague, Senator Erwin Tulfo, as he wants to make a quick manifestation, Mr. President.
Senator Erwin Tulfo is recognized.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I just want to make a point of manifestation. Yesterday, reports emerged that the accreditation of Spin.ph was deactivated by the Philippine National Volleyball Federation, effectively barring them from covering the FIVB volleyball tournament. Their alleged offense, Mr. President, reporting on the exorbitant ticket prices and the empty arenas during the games, and the very same issues that I and many others have raised to amplify the corners of our nation's passionate volleyball fans, particularly our youth. Ni-report lang nila, Mr. President, yung totoo na mahal po ang ticket, na wala pong nanonood. Binan po sila ng Philippine National Volleyball Federation from covering that event. Adding to this grave situation, we've also learned that a journalist from Rappler, Mr. President, was reprimanded by the same organization for a social media update about the low attendance during the opening and high ticket prices of the league. Mr. President, this is censorship. This is curtailment of freedom of the press. As a journalist all my life, I condemn this act of blocking our noble reporters' freedom to write for the press. Dapat po managot ang mga taong nasa likod na panghaharang sa mga kapatid natin na nasa media. Karapatan po ng bawat mamahayag na sumulat o mag-broadcast ng katotohanan dahil sa panahon ngayon, puro fake news na lamang, lalo na pag-asahan mo po ang social media. At wala namang sino pa ang pwedeng pumigil dito, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President. That's all.
Thank you, Senator Tulfo. We associate ourselves to the point raised by Senator Tulfo. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. And we laud the efforts of our chairman of the Games and Amusements Committee to combat this dreaded online gambling, Mr. President. So we thank you for his efforts. Mr. President, I move that we consider proposed Senate Resolution number 120, taking consideration proposed Senate Resolutions number 122, 123, 124, 126, 129, and 130. These are all resolutions commending Padel Pilipinas. So moved, Mr. President.
Any objection? Chair is none. The consideration of proposed Senate Resolution number 120, taking into consideration Senate Resolutions 122, 123, 124, 126, 129, and 130 is now in order. The Secretary is directed to read the title of the resolution.
Resolution congratulating and commending the Philippine National Padel Team or Padel Pilipinas for emerging as champion of the 2025 Asia Pacific Padel Cup held in Selangor, Malaysia from August 28 to 31, 2025.
Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. First, to sponsor the resolution is a distinguished colleague from Bulacan, no other than Senator Joel Villanueva.
Senator Joel Villanueva is recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, Majority Leader. Mr. President, mga kasamahan po natin dito sa Senado, bilang may akda ng Proposed Senate Resolution number 124, nais po nating ipabatid ang ating mainit na pagbati sa ating mga atletang kampyon na bumubuo ng Padel Pilipinas. Ang kanilang panalo sa 2025 Asia Pacific Padel Cup ay isa pong makasaysayang tagumpay na nagbigay ng karangalan at inspirasyon sa ating minamahal na bayan. From August 28 to 31, 2025, in Selangor, Malaysia, our Philippine National Padel team showcased their skill and dedication against some of the region's strongest teams, including Malaysia, Hong Kong, Thailand, South Korea, Pakistan, Singapore, and India. Hindi po biro ang kanilang pinagdaanan, ngunit pinatunayan po nila na kaya nating makipagsabayan at magtagumpay sa pandaigdigang entablado ng larangan ng padel. Congratulations po kina Argil Lance L.A. Cañizares, Abdulkar Copo Alian, Johnny Arcilia, Brian Saarenas, Derek Santos, Raymark Mac Gulfo, Fritz Chris Verdad, Joanna Tao Yitan, Mariam Yam Garcin, Jed Aquino, Dana Abad, at Josea Malazarte. Ang inyo pong tagumpay ay bunga ng inyong sipag, tiyaga at pagmamahal sa sports. Special congratulations din po kina Johnny at Joanna na kinilala bilang male most valuable player at female most valuable player ng torneo. Kayo po ang tunay na inspirasyon sa ating mga kabataan. Hindi rin po natin makakalimutan ang mga coaches, officials at sponsors na naging bahagi ng tagumpay na ito. Salamat po ng marami at congratulations po kina Head Coach Brian Casao at sa buong coaching team at sa ating mga opisyal ng Padel Pilipinas na pinangungunahan ng kanilang founder, our very own si Ate Senator Pia Cayetano, isa po sa mga resident athlete ng ating Senado. Ginoong Pangulo, ang tagumpay po ng Padel Pilipinas ay hindi lamang tagumpay ng isang koponan, kung hindi tagumpay ng buong bansa. Ito po ay patunay na sa tamang suporta, programa at dedikasyon, kaya po nating maging isang puwersa sa larangan ng sports sa Asia at sa buong mundo. Ang pagkilala po sa kanilang tagumpay ay hindi lamang pagbibigay pugay sa kanilang nagawa, kundi isang hakbang po ito upang higit pang palakasin ang sports development ng ating bansa. Muli, congratulations po sa Padel Pilipinas. Mabuhay po kayo at mabuhay ang mga atletang Pilipino. Maraming salamat po and may God bless us all. Thank you, Mr. President.
The Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I believe you also have a constituency speech that you just want to insert in the record.
The presiding officer wishes to insert the sponsorship speech into the record.
Yes, Mr. President. Mr. President, may I be recognized to also deliver a sponsor?
Senator Mig Subiri is recognized.
Mr. President, I'm very proud to stand here today to sponsor a resolution congratulating and commending Padel Pilipinas for their victory at the 2025 Asia Pacific Padel Cup. As a sportsman myself, I find it so exciting to see our padel athletes establishing themselves as a force to reckon with in the global arena. Padel is still very young, but we're already showing the world that Filipino athletes can dominate in this sport. And these past few years have been such an exciting renaissance for Filipino athletes, as we have shown the world our excellence not only in boxing, but also in gymnastics, tennis, weightlifting, pole vaulting, among others. And now we can add padel to this growing list. To the players and coaches, and of course, Padel Pilipinas founder and NSA President, our unfailing sports advocate and resident athlete in the Senate, Senator Pia Cayetano, who happens to also be my walking mate when we are abroad. Congratulations to you, ma'am, and to all of the winners and to the whole team. As head of the Philippine National Anise Team, alam ko po kung gaano kahirap na makaabot sa global stage, lalo nang manalo dito. Kaya big deal ito, and we congratulate the whole team for this huge success. I know that with your continued and strengthened government support, we can empower Paddle Pilipinas to excel on even bigger stages. Again, my warmest congratulations to the whole team. Mabuhay po kayo at mabuhay ang atletang Pilipino. Maraming salamat, Mr. President.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Yes, you may proceed.
Yes, next to the sponsor is our distinguished athlete of the Senate, our ate, Senator Pia Cayetano.
Senator Pia Cayetano is recognized to sponsor the measure.
I'm ready to proceed, Mr. President.
You may proceed.
I will be delivering an omnibus sponsorship speech on 4 Senate resolutions today on the Asia-Pacific Paddle Cup MVP Awards. Senate Resolution number 131 for Joanna Tawitan as female MVP. Senate Resolution number 132 for Johnny Arcilla as the male MVP. And then I also have a Asia-Pacific Paddle Tour resolution. This transpired in April of 2025. We were in the middle of the campaign, so my resolution is only going to be sponsored now. Senate Resolution number 122, honoring Joanna Tan and L.A. Canizares for the championship title in the Mixed Pro of the APPT Open Kuala Lumpur. And Senate Resolution number 123, honoring Joanna Tan Tan's championship title in the Pro Female APPT Open in Bali on May 2025. Mr. President, I rise with immense national pride in my heart. Today we are here to honor the historic achievement of our national paddle athletes. As the founder of Paddle Pilipinas, this moment is deeply personal. I have seen our team grow from a hopeful beginning to a glorious triumph, and to witness their victory, to see our flag raise on the international stage, is to see the vision fulfilled. The Asia-Pacific Paddle Cup is one of the most prestigious tournaments in the region, serving as the premier Nations Cup where nations compete head-to-head to showcase the best of paddle across the Asia-Pacific. It is special because the victory is not won by just 2 players, but through the collective effort of the entire team. In its inaugural year in 2024, held in Bali, Indonesia, our team came close, proudly finishing as first runner-up and proving that the Philippines was a rising force in the sport. This year, in Selangor, Malaysia, the Philippines completed a redemption story, defeating the strongest teams from 7 other countries, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Thailand, South Korea, Pakistan, Singapore, and India, and emerging as champion of the Asia-Pacific Paddle Cup 2025. The team's victory is not just about showing up and performing their best. It was the culmination of the work they put in through the past year, both on and off the court. I could not be prouder of this team for carrying our flag with pride and bringing this championship home. The Paddle Pilipinas team completed an incredible run, finishing the tournament with a near-perfect record of 24 wins out of 26 matches. In the group stage, the Philippine team dominated, overpowering Pakistan 5-0, Hong Kong 4-1, and Malaysia 4-1. For the information of the body, the score means there are 5 teams. There's a women's team, there's 2 men's team, 1 women's team, and 2 mixed team. Tama? 2 mixed? So when you say 5-0, that means all of our teams won. 4-1, 4 out of 5 won. So that is how we won this, Mr. President. In the quarterfinals, we remained victorious against South Korea, 3-0. And in the semifinals, in a high-stakes rematch against host nation Malaysia, the team dominated with a 3-0 victory, winning pairs of Arcilia and Canizares, and Tan and Gaucin, and Arcilia with Tan. The scores were: in the men's double, 6-4, 6-4. In the women's double, 6-0, 6-3. In the mixed double, 6-2, 6-3. And in the finals, we completed this historic run with a clean sweep in the finals versus Hong Kong, 3-0, with the same unstoppable pairing. In the men's double, Arcilia and Canizares won 6-0, 6-2. In the women's double, Tan and Garcin 6-2, 6-3. And in the mixed doubles, Arcilia and Tan 7-5 and 6-2. And for the MVPs, the Asia Pacific Paddle Cup awarded the exceptional performance of 2 athletes, 1 female and 1 male. And these are Johnny Arcilia and Joanna Tan. Each delivered 2 key victories during the semifinals and finals, with their consistent and powerful performance ultimately securing the championship title for the team. So let me call on them once more. Joanna Tan, she's the top female player in the country and ranked number 2 in the entire Asia Pacific Paddle Tour. She has defended this title for more than a year now. She was even ranked number 1 with another paddle champion, Marian Cappadocia, proudly from Antique, constituent of Senator Loren. And together they have won two female all-Filipino championships. Marian is on maternity leave right now, but I am certain they will come back and win even more championships together. Johnny, we have awarded him here in the past with Marian as a Tennis Hall of Famer. He has distinguished himself in tennis, but he does not hesitate to join us in paddle. And because of that, he also won the MVP in paddle. That is how talented Johnny Arcilia is. So, just to recognize everyone on the team, please stand as I call your name. Team Captain, L.A. Canizares, Coco Alian, Mac Golfo, Derek Santos, Brian Arenas, Johnny Arcilia, Fritz Verdad, Joanna Tan, Mariam Garcin, Jed Aquino, Dana Abad, and Josea Malasarte. Josea, by the way, to my fellow UAAP, UP varsitarian, Josea is a UP tennis varsity player. She's only in her 4th year college, but her tennis coach over there allowed her to play paddle, and she was immediately able to cope up and join the national team. So to our athletes, with this honor comes the duty to uphold values of discipline, humility, and sportsmanship. You are now role models. Continue to be role models for the next generation. Continue to inspire every young athlete who dreams of following in your footsteps. Let me just quickly add the Senate resolution that I also filed for Joanna Tan. Please stand again, and L.A. Canizares. They won the mixed professional championship in the APPT Kuala Lumpur Open. I think this happened sometime, like I said, during the time that I was busy campaigning. So the resolution only comes now. And then Joanna Tan can continue to keep on standing. She won also a championship, but because her Filipino partner, Marian, was on maternity leave already by then, she partnered with another player from Spain and won the championship. So we are honored by Joanna Tan and L.A. Canizares' strong showing of strength, prowess, and sportsmanship and winning these medals for pride and glory of the Filipino people. In closing, this victory highlights my long-standing advocacy of strengthening our national grassroots programs to cultivate new talent and mold them into elite athletes and one day world champions. Paddle para sa lahat. That is our dream, and we are all watching our dream unfold today. Thank you, dear colleagues, for your support. Thank you for your kind resolutions honoring our players, our team, our coach. By the way, head coach Brian Casaw is also there. Please stand, Brian. So we acknowledge all the hard work that all of them have put in. Thank you so much, dear colleagues. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Pia Cayetano. Mr. Majority Leader, we might as well include the PS Resolution 131 and 132 with the next.
Sir, after all the co-sponsorship speeches,
Okay.
we will include that in the motion later.
All right.
So, Mr. President, next to sponsor the measure is no other than Senator Lauren Legarda, Mr. President.
Senator Lauren Legarda is recognized.